Money website. There is much more going on than meets the eye. The adventure begins here.
Cool.
And that's how trades are done on CS Money. With Hellcase multi-cases, you're no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast. As we can see, we're already jumping into our pistol round here. It is DreamEaters versus Team Spirit, and Team Spirit, they're going to be finding themselves some problems here, entering the bomb site here. So far so good here for the likes of DreamEaters. DreamEaters, they're able to get themselves bomb site control and they get rid of some Diane quick enough, which they do. Now Team Spirit, they got themselves a very difficult task up ahead of them. Seems like they're gonna try to give it their best shot and try to retake this one, but I mean, Colby, oh man, he's got just flashed out of oblivion. This is a very difficult task here for Team Spirit. They need to try to find the frags as quick enough. There's Demo with one. Colby though is able to step up, and now the remaining players are in the pit, so they are in a position to isolate them. But I do believe, yes, this is such a difficult task here. Demo has to line some sick shots, but he won't. So it will be the very first pistol round picked up here by DreamEaters. And why don't we take a look at the odds, how they looking at this matchup. Oh, apparently not too different, oddly enough. So again, it appears that, oh, hold up, DE overpass. This is Inferno, folks. This ain't overpass. So I guess that's why the odds are kind of skewed here a little bit, but even that doesn't really make the most amount of sense, so to speak. This map now, folks, it is the map pick of DreamEaters, and I did take a very quick look at the HO3, and as you guys might have seen yourselves, DreamEaters have got themselves a very good track record on Inferno. If not, this is probably the best map in their map pool, so for them to have Inferno as the second map, sure, why not? That's the reason why they shouldn't be in a position to play it. Seems to be a map they tend to play quite often. If they feel good on it, then more power to them. Very intriguing position there by Forrester, I do believe. I was going to try to make this push happen there, but as we can see, probably Team Spirit not going to be able to find a lot of success here. There's Speedak already waiting here in the ramp site. A lot of these players coming his way, and there's Forrester in the rat hole. If anyone decides to escape, so this is a very good plan that's working out very well for DreamEaters. Haven't lost a single player so far. Oh, Dafkos though trying to line up the headshot. Oh no, he only sees the feet. Finally gets the kill, but yeah, this eco, not that bad of a round here for some players. Interesting exchange going on, but he will get pushed. So yes, it does appear like DreamEaters will consider to try to go with some of those upgraded weapons. At least a couple of guys, but still, Speedak and Leo will consider to try to play with Mac 10s. In all fairness, why not? I mean, you should realize the fact that Team Spirit buy isn't going to be looking as good, and they might just not have head armor. That is the case with the Mac 10s. You keep them, so that you're in a position to just run a gun, and maybe while it's jumping around the corner, you're able to get a lucky headshot on the guy who doesn't have Kevlar helmet. That's the thing, though. Every single player from Team Spirit is armed and waiting, except for Dafkos, though. But he shouldn't be able to get in range of where Mac 10 can be too powerful or overwhelming, so to speak. He's actually going to already back away. He sees a lot of smoke grenades being deployed his way. Someday, though, he's able to first kill, but look at the damage exchange. There's a lot of damage there made on the DreamEaters players. And Team Spirit, though, they're still not going to be able to come out on top. I do believe that's Coley on the side, isn't it? Or in fact, that's Davkos with the AWP. He drops the bomb carrier. So now they, of course, know where the bomb is stationed at, but he must face 2 remaining players here from DreamEaters. Both of them are in the pit, and Davkos, of course, not a very good position to be in. He misses a crucial shot. This definitely now gives a chance here for Krad and Speedak. Of course, Coley, he's been able to snuck past through the smoke, but he's actually going to change up his position, oddly enough. I'm going to continue on holding it to the side, and I do believe Krad and Speedak might just continue on holding their angles right here, in which, I mean, they are in a good position. That is true, but they must get out of the pit. They must try to retrieve the bomb. They don't expect Coley to be there. And now Coley, I think he knows where Speedak is stationed at. Is this going to be a game of timing? Speedak, though, of course, he's got no idea where Coley will come from, because he can come from short, from long, and from the apartments. As that seems to be the case, Coley is going to be able to get the kill on Speedak, and that will be the round here for Team Spirit. I will give credit, where credit's due, because DreamEaters, it wasn't that bad of an idea, really. They had a couple players with the MAC-10s, they had guys with rifles, they had the speed necessary to take over bombs to control, but one of the bigger problems was, I think, Davkos on that A-bomb site. If they're able to get rid of Davkos relatively quickly, or in fact avoid him entirely by not planting the bomb in the middle of the bomb site, by just simply planting it somewhere towards pit, or default, so to speak, suddenly DreamEaters in a much greater positions to win their round. But some mistakes were made. Team Spirit now in a pretty good investment, I'd say. An investment that's a bit weaker than the one we saw round previously, but they do have Davkos again on the sniper rifle. Let's see what magic can this man do here towards middle. It's not going to be seeing a lot, in fact. Anything is going to be, as the mid presence is pretty slim here for the CTs, but there's a lot of Ts coming his way, and Davkos again is going to have to try and back away. There's nothing more he can do in that position. Trying to go some blind shots with the sniper rifle through the smoke is a possibility, sure, but I don't think that's the right call to make. You want to try to be very cautious in such scenario. If you get pushed up through the smoke, it's your problem. You're the one to blame for your team's loss, and Davkos definitely don't want to be in position to be blamed. Even though mid presence here for DreamEaters has been a success, Dima though will actually peek on in, but he's got no idea that there's in fact so many of the T's there. So he ends up falling relatively quickly. Davkos can't really help him out in that position. And try to win some of these fights here. The Apps player on the flash mate. But still, oh, there you go. There's Davkos now finally turning up alive. He's now his realist position. Sotvik and gonna continue on pushing forward, but doesn't get any more than that. But he's already done the damage. In fact, it's all to Krad and try to win this one out. It's a very difficult clutch for him to try and do it. There's Davkos from Graveyard. So it will be another round here for Team Spirit, and a pause being taken. Oddly enough, this pause has been taken so early. Oh, it is a tactical pause. Okay, that's cool. Because I thought if a pause is taken so early, it has to be of the technical nature, right? I mean, very rarely you're going to be seeing teams taking out timeout to discuss, okay, what's our approach in this half, in the beginning of the half. More often than not, they're going to be taking the timeout when, say, you've lost, I don't know, 5 rounds in a row, something ridiculous like that. And the sort of mid portion, maybe the latter portion of the half, but not at the very start of it. This is interesting. Say, even though DreamEaters do decide to take the timeout, it doesn't look like they will try to go for the investment here. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, in all honesty. We're trying to save up as much money as possible here on the T side. The Glocks, though, I mean, they're not the best adversaries here, but let's see what they can do here with the pistols. Talking about the pistols, there's Speedak with the first kill, which, in all honesty, isn't too bad. There's actually Krad with the dig. He's gonna try to get this one going, but can't find anything really. It appears that Team Spirit are gonna hold their ground firmly here. I do like this from Team Spirit. They realize their opponents on a shoddy investment, so there's really no need to be holding off close by corner, so to speak. You want to be playing as far back as possible, where you or range of the weapons can do all the work here. Dima, though, he's going to be seeing a lot of players coming his way, so he's got to be very careful about that one. There's Speedek and Krat overwhelming the A-bomb site. It suddenly becomes very doable for DreamEaters and Leo. His position is key as well. I think, yeah, it doesn't even look like Dafkos and Sotvik want to try to go for this one. This is such a difficult round for them to win, and DreamEaters, they've actually been able to make it work with only the measly pistols. They actually do it. That is very well done here by DreamEaters. I gotta respect that. And even though it kind of looked possible for Team Spirit to actually claim this round victorious, I mean, they had a pretty good setup there on the A side. They were playing in not so forward positions to avoid a scenario like this, and yet they still get overwhelmed. And one thing to note, though, that I will give props for DreamEaters. In rounds like this, you don't necessarily see teams making the purchase of a smoke grenade or a flash grenade. Primarily, it's just going to be the pistols, maybe an HE grenade. Ooh, that's old school. That is quite old school. I kind of like that. They had this little hint here, the CS:GO devs. But man, that whoever is controlling the CS:GO dev account, right, has got, I don't know, that man or woman, whoever's doing the job, it is a great job. I cannot deny it. I mean, the amount of traction one tweet from the CS:GO dev Twitter account gets, where like, what are you doing on Wednesday, or think something of similar nature that was said in that tweet. And yet you have the CS:GO community going crazy, anticipating to go for an update. And yet CS:GO dev Twitter account just bamboozles everyone. There's no update, at least, well, not now. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But social media, as you could say, the power of social media. But hey, this round though, it's obviously not looking too great here for Team Spirit. They've already lost one of their players, some down here, pretty early on here. It appears like they're actually going to give up any proper control of Banana. They're just going to leave lonesome, I'll let me say Coldy. I think that's where he's stationed at. Lonesome Coldy there towards Banana. As the rest of the guys are going to be putting a bit more emphasis on this A-side defense, which also does make a lot of sense. Coldy, though, his main job is, yes, try to just jump spot this position. And once he sees a lot of players, or at least even one player coming his way, he has to back away. He doesn't want to give away his life for free. Especially if this push will actually take place, because as you can see, there's 30 seconds remaining. And DreamEaters are going to have to make this push as soon as possible, or better yet, it might just even happen right now. They're readying up, they're throwing their grenades, and they're ready and waiting. So goes for Team Spirit. Gonna try to hold this one down. They see the push happening right now as the push is taking place. Their flash as well. Dafkos gets blinded. He's gonna get absolutely obliterated there in the middle of open. And now Team Spirit, what more can they do here? They're losing the fights. And it will be a round here for DreamEaters as Dima, he just has to back away, doesn't he? He's got the FAMAS in his hands. Maybe he can retrieve Dafkos' sniper rifle, but really, I mean, that was a very successful push here from DreamEaters. Did he recover the op there, Leo? Oh, there's actually now 2 ops in the hands of DreamEaters. I really don't think they need more than 1. Yeah, they're just going to keep the 1. Kind of play it reasonable, so to speak. They're just going to make sure a guy like Dima doesn't go around snooping around, trying to recover the big green gun. It won't give him such opportunity. Dima looking around, and no, he cannot find the proper weapon. It's been taken away from his hands, and yes, DreamEaters now making some more noises, so to speak, on Inferno in comparison to the first map, because in the first map, Cash, DreamEaters, they get absolutely obliterated on the CT side. They get measly 3 rounds. On the T side, things do look much better. We saw them win a total of 11 rounds, I think. Yeah, I think in total 11 rounds on the terrorist side of Cash. And now this being their own map pick, we can see that they're in a position to dictate the pace as fast as they want, or as slow as they want. And that has been able to catch off guard some of these Team Spirit players. And so far, they haven't really found a proper way to adapt to the playstyle here of DreamEaters. So we're still going to be able to see some action here from Team Spirit. I'm almost certain once they actually get the force spike, well, actually not the force spike, the proper investment going. But for now, it is pistols for days, except for Dima. Once again, has got that FAMAS in his hands. Which arguably isn't the best gun there. Counter-Strike, I'm actually quite surprised to see lately a lot more professionals have been picking up not your usual MP9s and MP7s and whatnot. It's been going back to the roots, going back to Galils, the FAMASs and whatnot. Oh, Leo trying to land the shot there, but it is quite difficult in the pit area. The only thing you get to see is, of course, the head, the head of the player. It is very difficult to land up that shot, but though Demo is able to boost up himself with a bicycle, but he can't find a kill just yet. But Team Spirit, yeah, there's really nothing more they can do other than those 2 kills, which in itself, I mean, they can call it good eco. They can definitely put it in the books as a good eco. Alright, let's see. This turns out Team Spirit, they're looking, in terms of weaponry, much better. They got all the rifles necessary. They again have the sniper rifle in the hands of Dafkos, but even he doesn't seem to want to try to contest the mid portion of the map. Let's be real, Dafkos hasn't been able to find a lot of success in the middle. So it appears that even though it kind of looked possible, he might try to get a mid pick and maybe an early kill for his team. Now he's just going to try to play it safely again. Been doing it so far. That's weird. That nade didn't do a single point of damage. Yeah, it did look like it landed on the head of some of those players. A lot of smoke grenades being deployed here over the B bomb site. Coley though, I think he might just be able to see the player there. Now he definitely sees the shots being fired. Grad though, you might just want to back away from that exchange. Gotta be very careful once shooting out your rifle like that, because the tracers can be very easily visible. And with that being said, your position can be very well easily pinpointed. See the tracers, you shoot the tracers, and you see the kill feed that you got yourself a kill. Ah, going for a bit of a boost here, it seems like. Team Spirit gonna try to bank on this hold, as they really need to try to get some more kills here if they want to try to make the retake possible here. Coldy though, there's the lineup alongside Starfig. They're able to dismantle this force single-handedly, it seems like. Because right now, DreamEaters, oh, here you go, they're finding some difficulty entering the bomb site. That actually hits on Coley, I think, but it does barely any damage whatsoever. So now Coley is going to try to get the kill, but there's actually Dafkos to help him out, and Dafkos with the second one. So that hold looked very solid there from Team Spirit. In fact, Coley and Sofik had themselves a very splendid hold there. The way they've been able to set up over their players, putting themselves in some great positions. And the end of it all, also props to the guys that have been able to rotate from the A-bomb side. Dafkos in particular, able to rotate away from the mid portion of the map, able to get to the coffins area and get 2 kills there as well. Well done by Team Spirit. DreamEaters though, looks like they're going to change up the pace here a little bit. Look at this pace, Liam is moving in, but he can't find the kill. There's of course the Molotov that slows down your pace, and there's of course Coldy waiting right around the corner with that sniper rifle of his. It does make things very difficult for Leo, but at the same time, I mean, one thing I would have loved to see is maybe a teammate backing him up, or at least throwing down a pop flash to force the CTs out of position, or a Molotov even. It is pretty common to be throwing down a Molotov in that position, though Kinky, they actually really spotted Coldy there. That is some very good game sense there from Kinky. If he's actually just able to anticipate the player in that position. It's hard to see though with the X-ray on, if he actually saw the player or he just made the assumption that he's there. But here though, it's not 50 deploys the nade. There should be some damage, and it is decent damage being dealt by the HE. Now it does appear like it will be another push here from Team Spirit. They do have Dafkos with a sniper rifle. They didn't have before, and looks like again a very solid hole here from the Team Spirit guys. They're able to take down these guys single-handedly, not even in need of any sort of rotation to take place. And so far, the B-side defense has been very solid indeed. Impenetrable like a rock. Starfig though, oh look at this. Boom, boom, pushes in through the smoke. Is able to get those 2 kills in. Very well done by them. Now it does appear like, ooh, this is quite an interesting investment here from DreamEaters. They're making the purchase here of 4 MAC-10s. Alongside the purchase here of the AK-47 in the hands of Forrester. So, the good thing is about the MAC-10s that, I mean, you got a lot of speed while it's moving with the MAC-10, so it could be able to, you know, be very difficult to hit for your opponent. But at the same time, again, Team Spirit, they've got Kevlar, they've got, in fact, utility to actually maybe force off the these players from pushing forward, and yet they're just going to continue on moving forward with those MAC-10s up there. They're trying to get something done here, but so far so good for Team Spirit, as it's pretty much it's only 1 casualty for Team Spirit. So overall, again, a very decent round from their side. They finally have been able to catch up here in terms of rounds as well, because I think at one point the scoreline was 5-2. I like to say it was 5-2, and now it is 5-5. An even up scoreline, pretty good here for Team Spirit, but obviously in a map like Inferno, you're probably hoping to acquire a bit more rounds here on the CT side. Daft Coast moving in with the op. Can't really see a single player just yet, but look at the amount of speed DreamEaters have got entering this bomb site. But of course, all that speed will be in vain, as 1 Molotov is just able to deter any more aggression here from DreamEaters. So it does look like as things have slowed down here quite a bit here for DreamEaters. I'm wondering if they're just going to try to go for, I don't know, a good old-fashioned push. I wouldn't be too surprised to see, especially with them having only the pistol. It's probably their best bet to try and regroup and hit one of these bomb sites. It seems to be that it will be that A bomb site, but I do believe right around the corner there is going to be a CT there, ready and waiting. So you want to try to make this one work out. There's one player jumping around the corner. There's, of course, Dafko's trying to hold things down, but he could use some backup. But apparently not. Apparently Dafko's is able to clean things up. But he will go down here in the hands of Leo. So even though Forrester and Leo in a very difficult predicament right now, they're still going to try to do as much damage as possible on the economy of Team Spirit. First kill, good enough. And of course, that's actually an Opera being taken down. But now Coldy replies. I'm not really sure what Leo's trying to do at this point. I mean, you can definitely try to consider to recover the op there of Davkos, but I'm almost certain that the guys here are looking forward to actually get that kill, and there you go. That's pretty much it. The 6-1 for Team Spirit. And it's starting out to look like a very solid side for them at one point. I was kind of negligent. Didn't really think it was going to be too much working out for them, but now it's starting to look like a very solid CT half, especially because Dafkos has been able to come out alive. Look at him go. 3 kills with the sniper rifle, even though it is up against an eco, but still. When on the CT side, you want to try to have a sharp opera that he is able to make those plays, flick around, and find as much freedom as possible. For now, Dafkos is just putting himself in this one position, and look at the Molotovs being thrown out there from Team Spirit. They threw down one down ramp and one towards lower banana, and look at the damage that's already been dealt. They haven't seen a single T player, and yet there's one down, and both of them down to 50 points of health. So that's some great work here from Team Spirit. They know their nades here, it seems like. So it does look like DreamEaters not even going to continue on stalling forward. They just want to try to make this push happen. But again, look at this. There was another grenade being thrown down, and there's some serious damage being dealt. And DreamEaters got to be very cautious in their approach right now, if they want to try to enter the bomb site. Though with the Molotov, okay, Dima will go down. As I'm not really sure why Dima considers to actually try to back away. The whole point of that Molotov being thrown out is that the T's are hoping to see you try and take the fight. So if you're trying to back away, that's going to be even an easier fight for DreamEaters to win. And right now, they are definitely stalling here in middle. They haven't been able to find a lot around to work with, but Sancho, though, he gets absolutely wrecked by Leo. Now that's, of course, an opening. Speedak is also going to take down Dafkos. There's one more player remaining here in the pit area. That is Sum Young. We're seeing a couple of these players coming his way, but suddenly, I don't know what's just going on here. Can Team Spirit only do damage with grenades? Because none of the guys with the rifles did a single point of damage here from DreamEaters. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Coldy try to give this one up and just simply go for the save. Like, you gotta go for the savior, Coley. It really just doesn't make a lot of sense to try to make this retake possible. But an interesting round. I like to call that a pretty interesting round, the way it turned out. Because so early on, Team Spirit has been able to do so much damage on the HP of DreamEaters, and yet when it came down to push, I was like looking forward that Team Spirit are gonna have themselves a very good defense, and yet they kind of crumble. Well, they actually, oh, they used to survive. They were very close here for Leo, but not too bad there for the likes of DreamEaters, that they have been able to win themselves the 6th round here on the terror side. And I'm very intrigued to see how well will they be able to perform going up against the CT side. Because if we can learn anything from the CT side of Cash, it was pretty dreadful for the likes of DreamEaters. Gonna try to take over some apartments control. It seems like pretty early on here, DreamEaters. Though it doesn't look like Team Spirit really want to try to contest those players just yet. Molotov force out Deem out of position. There's a very strong Molotov there now. Very well done here by DreamEaters. They're clearly showing us that they themselves are prepared on this map. They know some of the more exquisite smoke grenades and Molotovs. So we're gonna be able to see, I guess, maybe a push take place here from DreamEaters, but because they have so much time to work with, they don't necessarily have to focus entirely on this one part of the map. But look at this, Team Spirit with a couple of smoke grenades. They are actually retaking mid control, and yet somehow Speedak, while he's pushing with the smoke like a daredevil, is able to get one. It's still a very odd position right now DreamEaters are at, because they have dropped the bomb here in middle. Looks like it will be retrieved by Kinky. But what do you want to do at this point? Leo alongside Kinky. If Leo doesn't get the fight here, Coldy. Oh, okay. Coldy kind of sleeping a little bit on the trigger there. That Leo alongside Kinky can now just push on the bomb site, get themselves the bomb down. Very intrigued to see how this one's going to turn out, because Leo, close by right around the corner, jumps up with the op. I do respect that play. I mean, he wants to try to get the kill, but he should have had the op out as soon as possible. Right now, Kinky in a very difficult position to try to win this round, and he cannot. Team Spirit will be able to come out on top, but I mean, that was a very awkward round. Like, let's be real, watching from the POV of like the GO.B, the way things turned out, that was very awkward for DreamEaters. I mean, you saw him take mid control, right? That's respectable play to be making on the terror side. But the odd thing is once they get pushed back from middle, then we see them peeking out through the smoke like one by one by one. That is so weird. Why do you end up doing it if you're DreamEaters? Surely that wasn't part of the plan. There was just individuals feeling confident enough to try to win the same duels, and well, they simply didn't. They just absolutely outclassed there by Team Spirit. Oh, Dapkos alongside his buddy, trying to get something done here early on, but the Molotov, in fact, will be able to get the kill on Coldy. So I think this is one of the few openings DreamEaters have been able to acquire here towards Banana. Even though they do get this opening here, my question is, what will they actually continue on pursuing forward on that B bomb site? Because again, they've got so much time to work with. They do have the majority of their players in Banana stationed, ready and waiting to make this push happen. But one of the biggest problems, I guess you could say, there is a bit of a lack of utility. I mean, you want to try to make a full-on execute. You do have enough, so to speak, to enter the B bomb site. If you want to throw down the more usual smokes, we're talking the CD spawn smoke, the one smoke that goes down towards coffins, that is good enough to make such an execute. But I mean, those are pretty common smokes, and I will start Team Spirit aren't going to be playing necessarily in those positions where they do end up throwing down the smokes. There's, I think, the last smoke grenade being deployed from the B side, I presume. So now it's going to be all to Sonic. He's got a very interesting angle here. He might just be able to get a kill quick enough, as the smoke grenade still hasn't faded. Oh, there he goes. Got even the second one. That is so crucial right now for Team Spirit. You're going to slow down this push the entire crawl. You're going to have to wait, DreamEaters. before the smokes fade to make this one possible. 20 seconds. The smoke is about to fade, and right now the push will take place here. Dafkos still got the nade out. Some damage being dealt, but right now DreamEaters, they gotta move. They gotta try to make this push at the bomb side. The Molotov slowing things down again. And right now, oh no, Leo, he actually kills his own teammate. That's such a huge mistake here for DreamEaters. Dafkos with the flicks. And well, this round is pretty much over. As for can he? No, he cannot. That is a round here for Team Spirit, as DreamEaters, they get absolutely decimated by that sort of defense there from Team Spirit. It's very cool to see that Team Spirit have been able to keep their grenades for as long as possible. We're talking the 20-second mark, and yet there's still a smoke grenade in the face of DreamEaters. That's obviously some great stuff indeed. Let's see though. Can actually win the fight. Dafkos, yes he does. Ooh, gotta be very careful about that one if you are, I believe, Leo, is it? So, Doom Forcers flicking around with the dig of his. He's not gonna be able to find too much success here, it seems like. In general, this round is looking pretty good here for Team Spirit. You cannot deny that. So I'm very intrigued to know how this one's gonna turn out. Kinky with the scout. Try to get something done here. The good thing about the scout rifle, I mean, the amount of movement speed you get with that weapon is kind of absurd. Especially when you compare it to the big green gun, the AWP. But that's the CSGO dev intention. So I guess I'm just gonna have to follow it the way it is. DreamEaters now making quite a lot of noise here towards middle. But they still really haven't decided to make this push happen. So far, I mean, they're just taking their sweet time here in middle. Not finding too much success. If anything, Sotfik though, it does appear like Sotfik is just gonna continue on holding this angle, and yet where's the push from DreamEaters? Is this actually gonna happen right now? It should be. There's 30 seconds. They have to make the play happen right now. And it is, and it's an absolute blunder. There's DreamEaters. Not actually even finding a single kill so far. That was very well done here by Team Spirit. As they actually end up winning the half 9-6, so they can be very happy about that one. Well, let's see how this one's gonna turn out, because like here, DreamEaters still making some progress here, especially if they're gonna be able to win their piss around here in the second half. We might just be able to see a very competitive game in our hands, just like we saw previous in the cash matchup. Right now though, oh man, look at this. DreamEaters trying to take the fights to the doorstep of Team Spirit, and so far so good here for DreamEaters. They're able to find some success here, but hold on just a sec. Sotfik in the backlines can only get one kill, oddly enough. Even though it was in position to acquire maybe even 2 kills here, if not all 3. It does look like Sam Dayoung now. I mean, yeah, he's in a very hard spot to be in. There's, of course, players trying to hunt him down. Sam Dayoung, though, he still has to recover the bomb. How's he going to do that? I mean, it's just players crawling all over the map. So I'm not really sure if Sam Dayoung can get anything done here. In fact, it seems to be hardly possible. Oh. Well, might just be able to find something if opportunities like that will just appear right in front of him. Does look like Crad. Still trying to play some more aggressive angles, which I don't really expect here from DreamEaters. But at the end of it all, they are able to make it work. It is 7-9 here. The likes here of DreamEaters able to pick up the pistol around here on the CT side. I'm very intrigued to see how well are they going to be able to perform here on the CT side, because again, I would just like to stress the fact that on cash they had a very abysmal CT side. They only picked up measly 3 rounds. But here though, things might be looking a bit better for their side. This push though not really gonna work out here for Sam Dayoung, as the MP9 is a tad bit stronger. I mean, in pretty much all regards, fire rate, damage output, and whatnot. it does look like Team Spirit, even though it is a round where they're just on a full-on eco. I mean, this is a full eco where they only have the Glocks. They're still taking their sweet time, and honestly, we don't really get to see teams play in such a manner. I guess the reasoning behind it is that you want to try to expend maybe the utility that DreamEaters have here, which they do have here. I mean, smoke grenades, the Molotovs, a couple of flash grenades. They want to try to make sure they end up using that utility so that maybe they'd have to repurchase it on the upcoming round, which, I mean, it does make a lot of sense if you are thinking like that, Team Spirit. But at one point or another, the push will have to take place, and that is where I just don't see the Glocks overwhelming this offense, though. Did Forrester actually get hit by his own teammate, it seems like? Well, that's a bit of a shame. So now, there we go. There's the push now taking place. Team Spirit should be able to go down one by one, as that should be the case. It is a full eco after all, and yes, there we go. There's DreamEaters finally claiming themselves the 8th round here on the board. Looking pretty solid right now for the likes of DreamEaters. It's just that, oddly enough, or maybe I shouldn't be too surprised, in all honesty. It looks like they just want to try to keep those SMGs up there, so... So, with SMGs in their hands, I guess the good thing for DreamEaters is if they end up losing, say, a round like this, it's still not too bad. They only end up losing SMG, so a repurchase is definitely a possibility for the upcoming round. But right now, Sofik ends up losing the fight to the MP9 of Krad, which is such a huge fight to be winning, especially if you're DreamEaters. Because, to some extent, you are feeling a bit of a disadvantage coming into this one. You have the SMGs, but what they have, the AKs. So the fact that you're able to win the first fight, that could be a sign of success here for DreamEaters. But Team Spirit taking their sweet time, it seems like, even though they are stationed, the majority of their players are in fact stationed here towards Banana. It doesn't look like the push will take place as of yet, even though they do have the weaponry, the smoke grenades as well, and there you go. I think that was... Oh, okay, 2 smoke grenades. It's definitely not a lot here to work with if you're Team Spirit. They're just going to try to give it their best shot. The good thing is, though, there's only one defender which they can very easily overwhelm. They haven't been able to smoke it off, and now they can actually plant the bomb, but Coldy wins the fight against Krad. He actually gets a lucky spray down in. Speedak, though, thinking about lucky spray downs, a couple more bullets, and I think he can actually win the fight against Daft Coast. But right now, as you can see, DreamEaters looking... DreamEaters looking very plausible to try to retake this one. The problem for their side is that there's still some smoke grenades blocking off their vision. Once they fade, only then they can begin making their move, like Speedak here. I can sort of begin to push forward. I can try to get something done here. Kinky, though, there's Coley and Dima holding things down here, and there's not a push that's gonna succeed here in any shape or form when you have a hold like this here, Team Spirit. Very well done by them, and like I said, the great thing is here for Team Spirit is in fact winning a round like this with what, 4 players surviving. That is of course a great boost for the economy. They can be very happy about that one. But for DreamEaters, it is a bit more problematic. I actually thought that even after losing a round like that, they should have enough money to, well, remake a purchase, but apparently not. Apparently it's just going to be a half buy from their side, you know, buying some of those upgraded pistols, the armor, Kevlar as well. That's obviously not a lot to work with if you're DreamEaters. Maybe they can find some success with the pistols. That would obviously be great. And it's really possible in a map like this, Inferno, which does have a lot of close quarters engagements. Grad though, oh man, even though he does get a nice 1D again, there's just a nade that absolutely like decimate the player. He gets bombarded. You can have some very interesting kills in sort of, I guess we could say, new meta of Counter-Strike with the HE grenades. Or players just throw a couple HE grenades at one location to actually flush out a player. If in the past it used to be Molotovs, and to this day people tend to use Molotovs, grenades to some extent are even more effective. because if you land them dead on, you can easily get a kill without even seeing the player. And speaking about players that have been seen, Tafkos, he's a crunching down speed deck, easy kill for him. It's just that Team Spirit now, they do have bombs to control. They are going to be able to plant the bomb though. Wonder can Kinky actually find here something from the smoke? Well, maybe not Kinky, but Forrester sure can. That's actually the bomb now being dropped, so he must try to recover. Kink is able to get the kill now. And Team Spirit, they're actually finding some difficulties with the Deagles. They're not able to accomplish too much here. 20 seconds, 15 seconds on the clock. They have to retake the bomb. It is dropped in the smoke, and that's some poor timing there for Dima. Coley has to stick it at this point. There's no other way of putting it. He's being baited out. Oh man, what a crucial round for DreamEaters to win. Only with the pistols, they've been able to make it work, and that is of course something Team Spirit not gonna be too happy about. I'm very certain about that one. Oh, there we go. Those odds make a lot more sense. Match winner seems to be plausible. That is Team Spirit. And I think by match they mean the entirety of the best of 3 series, as Team Spirit did end up winning the first map, even though it was super duper close. And on the second map here, it again seems to be a pretty close affair. Somewhat of a close affair. So, with the only investment of 2 upgraded pistols, there's CZ of Sumdayung and Davko's P250. I guess we shouldn't be expecting too much here from Team Spirit, but saw DreamEaters actually win up a similar round. Oh no, don't tell me it's happening. They got themselves 2 kills here on the bomb side. Team Spirit can now very easily plant said bomb. And in fact, look at this. Dima's got an AWP in his hands. That is such a powerful weapon, though. I would be more inclined to see maybe Davko's handling the sniper rifle, but we'll see how Dima is able to perform with it. The good thing is, though, if Dima ends up dying with the sniper rifle in his hands, Davko can very easily recover it. That may not be necessary. Dima is able to get the first kill onto Kinky. And they're still going to try to make this push possible here. Speedak and Krad. They're slowly but surely making their push here at the bomb site. Speedak, though, looking towards the bomb site, and now it's all up to Speedak here. He has to win it, but he cannot. There's Coley and Dima, as they're the ones to win the full-on eco here against DreamEaters. And they realize what a horrible loss that was, that they have to take a timeout here. That does make a lot of sense. You want to take a timeout here if you're DreamEaters, because you were on the brink of actually even up the scoreline, but now you're in such a horrible position. In terms of, I guess, money would definitely be one of them. Morale is probably sunken low here for DreamEaters, as at one point they were definitely feeling very confident about themselves, especially after winning a round with only pistols. But now as they get wrecked by the same eco, it has to be hard hitting for them. So it appears that DreamEaters will decide to go for an eco themselves. I wonder if they can actually win back-to-back ecos, but I mean, that would be pretty sick if that would be possible. But maybe not in this round. I mean, if you look at DreamEaters, they don't really have too much to work with here. Even far less that Team Spirit had to work with here. Forrester, though, he's trying to give it his best shot there in the middle. Maybe he can find a kill, but it would be quite the difficult one if you ask me. Forrester still holding things down here. There's of course Dima and Cole. They're trying to make this push possible here. So far so good here for Team Spirit, as they're getting all the kills necessary. They have cleared up Banana, and this prompts them to actually continue on pushing on the B bomb site together as a team. Yet, oh, I see the bomb has been dropped in T-spawn, so someone's gonna have to recover it. That someone seems to be Satfik. So it does appear like, even though Team Spirit have got a clear advantage coming into this round, look at how safe they're playing. I'd even go far to say this is maybe a bit too safe from their side. I know it has to suck when they lost the previous round. I think it was a 4-4 and they lost to a Nico. But here, I mean, maybe they're taking it a bit too safe, I'd say. Throw down the smoke grenade in CT. You should be able to cross, or is there though? I'm just keen to know when he's gonna pop the trigger, but yeah, Doesn't find a single kill there. Does seem to be a possibility for Team Spirit simply now plant the bomb, get themselves the round win. It shouldn't be any other way at this point. Forrester giving his best shot. Maybe he can actually find a lucky D kill. But even that doesn't seem to be too likely. Oh, Forrester was still firing the shots, it seems like. But yeah, can't really find much, if anything. He just gonna try to hold on towards CT alongside his buddy Leo here. It looks like it. Yeah, round here for Spirit means that they're gonna be able to have themselves a 12th round here. Finally, Forrester comes in, and now it is 12 rounds here for Team Spirit. And right about now, after this round is over, we are gonna be able to see DreamEaters making a proper investment, as they will have all the weaponry they want in the world. As you can see, money for days. They can purchase 2 ops if you do wish to go for it. Whoa, whoa, that's an interesting POV there. That is quite slick. Man, the Terracide model, it looks like a stick model. I guess you could call it that. We can actually, oh man, I would have loved to see it from that POV. We could have seen a player just run all the way, or even see an entire round being played out like that. So, Leo with the op, very close by angle, but he does not find the good time, and he backs away Wallace. Oh man, the player was making his way. And it's very interesting right now. Guys here from Team Spirit, they got themselves some good positions. However, they didn't really want to try to contest this bombs and just yet. What is Forrester doing? He's sleeping on the trigger, and now Team Spirit, they've got themselves full bombs to control. They can plant the bomb as easy as that. And they will probably get themselves the round win as well. Krad and Speedak, what can they do at this point? This is looking horrible for them. It kind of looks like one of the players, Sofik in fact, he's pushing up Banana. Well, they actually anticipate a player to be that close by. Sofik, oh, very close on killing Krad, but doesn't find the kill. There's Krad still getting a kill here. And Speedak as well timing in. I'd still say that Team Spirit got to be a bit more careful trying to chase down these players, as I mean, they don't really have the most amount of weaponry here. 13 to 9 seems to be the case. As the likes here from DreamEaters will probably, yeah, on the back of them saving those 2 weapons, it does make a lot of sense to try to make the purchase here, as, I mean, the second map is coming to a close, and the fact that you haven't been able to win the first map, you don't really have a lot of options if you are the likes of DreamEaters. So pretty much every single chance you get, you have to try and make it work. And I do respect that from DreamEaters. They're gonna try to make it work here. Find us investing in the weaponry they do have here, and though it's not a lot. I mean, you have 1 op in the hands of Krad, so I think that's their biggest advantage here. Ooh, that's very interesting position, Krad, though. Gotta be very careful pushing through, as too. He gets to find out he's only down 8 points of health. It does look like he has been able to survive that engagement, so that's still something good here, something working out here. But now would you look at that, the damage exchange still working out here relatively well here for Team Spirit. As there's Forrester, Krad, the 2 guys are very low on HP on the side of DreamEaters. It does appear like Team Spirit, they might just try to go for a very simple push on the A-bombs. So the biggest problem is that there's in fact a lot of defenders here. Dima, though, still doesn't see the player jump down into his loving arms. There's some of the young who's made his position in the pit area. This is a good spot for him to be in. There's of course Krad very close by with that EW. Is he gonna land the shot? He does, but not the kill. And now Kinky will time in. That should be an easy kill onto SDY, as he's only on 2 points of health. And there you go. There's Krad with the kill with the USB. It is 13 to 10. Team Spirit, though, weren't really able to succeed in that round. I mean, the biggest problem is they do end up running into a stack, so to speak. The majority of the players, in fact, 4 of them from DreamEaters, are stationed at the A-bomb site. In order to penetrate that defense, it is of course a very difficult task. It is a shame that it didn't work out, but they did try their best. So, down for some dough. Holding things down towards Banana does... Yeah, it ends up spreading. Now, as you can see, Team Spirit still holding things down here towards Banana, but Kratty's not able to succeed on that peak. Even though it looked very close by, he still doesn't get the kill somehow. Speedek now. Oh, he sees the rifle being exchanged, so he's probably going to be anticipating a player, but he still can't win the fight. That is a crucial fight to lose if you're Speedek. Right now, Team Spirit, he can continue on pushing on this bomb, so they got the weaponry advantage. They also have the player advantage, but, as they say, so Leo, oh no, he gets fined through the coffins. There's nothing DreamEaters can do at this point. This is a round here for Team Spirit for the taken. And most importantly, not only do they end up winning the round, they end up resetting the economy here of DreamEaters. And if they get the kill on Forrester, that could be it. That could be it here for the best of 3, because there's something gonna run out of money here, DreamEaters. So, Forrester. Oh, does he not see him? Nope, Sotvic has no clue about the positioning of Forrester. But he definitely can hear a couple players there stepping around. Forrester is still gonna try to survive this one, but he cannot, as the players have been able to close in. And it is the 14th round for Team Spirit, and most importantly, DreamEaters, they don't really have a lot to work with. Like, just take a look at the money. It is pretty much non-existent. They have to go for what seems to be a good old-fashioned eco, I guess. Try to save up that money, but or not, apparently. As now DreamEaters will make the purchase here of the Deagles, the MP9s. It is a force buy here for the likes of DreamEaters. So a lot of this is definitely counting on this sort of buy round here. If they can't succeed here, then worst case scenario, they still have an option on that 26th round. Speedek though, ooh, even though with the MP9, very close to getting killed, and he does succeed. And backs with his life intact and not even losing a single point of HP. So that is of course a great bonus here if you're Speedek. Looks like Team Spirit gonna keep it pretty simple here. Gonna regroup all their forces and try to make this push happen here, but there's Kinky now with the MP9. Suddenly these SMGs finding a lot of success here. Oh no, Team Spirit, they're getting absolutely destroyed right now. Coley's still trying to make it one work. As you can see, Coley hasn't been able to get 3 kills so far, so he's still in a position to try to make this one. But Coley, I mean, the bomb, it's down there in the middle of nowhere. You have to recover it, but once you do, look at this Forster. Even though he is on only 3 points of health, the one shot from the Deagle can get the work done here, and Coley would be a goner. Yet, Coley still going to try to give it his best shot at this matchup. It is a 1-on-5 at one point. That's only down to the 1-on-2. Coley is going to play the waiting game, it seems like. However, he's not going to be rewarded by playing this game because Forrester is still going to be holding passively towards the coffins. Not going to be making any moves right now, but Coley has. He has to make the move to try to make this clutch work. But at the same time, once he decides to plant the bomb or even throw down that Molotov of his, they know what's going to happen. 10 seconds. Coley, though. Ooh, maybe he's wasted a bit too much time here. Now he has to stick the defuse, and that's an easy kill for Forrester. It will be the 11th round here for DreamEaters as Team Spirit. Oh man, I'd like to say that they run into a stack, but that wasn't necessarily the case. In fact, that was just some great utility usage from DreamEaters at the end of it. Like, Team Spirit, they wait for one smoke grenade to actually sort of bloom there towards Banana. See it gone. They make the push happen, but then some of the counter grenades, or so to speak, counter flashes that come in from DreamEaters completely decimate that sort of push from Team Spirit. And on the back of it, pretty much they end up winning the entire round. So that's, of course, some sick stuff here from DreamEaters, and if anything, I think they really need that win right there for Forrester. Gotta be quite careful about the angle right there. Very easily pre-fire, most importantly. You can also have a buddy like Sotfing in that position to continue on sparring with the wall and even do some additional damage and maybe even better a kill. That doesn't look like. Team Spirit can actually try to go to this push right now, but Kinky, look at this Kinky, the amount of kills he's getting. He's got himself forward, and now Team Spirit, they pretty much lost that round because of one man, and that man's named Kinky. beautiful 4 kills from him. And single-handedly is able to eliminate this push. And yeah, we need a replay to see on that. Kinky, like, just look at the lineup. Boom, like, he didn't even anticipate to see the third guy there, and yet he does get the kill on him. That is some sick stuff. Team Spirit now. Oh man, now they're the ones facing some economical issues here on that terrorist side. So even though our very first matchup ended, let me think. Yes, it was 16-14 in favor of Team Spirit. It wasn't really clear cut that it's going to turn out that way. And over here, though, it's again looking very close. Only with the Glocks. And the CZ in the hands of Sam Dayang, who's able to get the first kill. Can actually even get something more done here. Oh, okay, he ends up jumping down to the pit. So if Forrester would have been close by, I would have been too surprised to see if Sam Dayang would have come out on top of that engagement. But here, Kinky, again playing relatively close by the smoke. Kinky though, oh, he drops the bomb here. So now they know where the bomb is at. He's not just waiting for a lot of these players to come his way, and well, there's Demo's gonna be able to get the kill. But yes, it sounds to be very doable right now for DreamEaters to win and take it for their own. But Coley's still able to get some kills done here. Nice job there by Coley. But yes, it is 13 rounds here for DreamEaters. In fact, both teams pretty much on the brink of winning this matchup, so I'll be very careful about that one. So it would appear. Oh, that's weird. Now Cred finally gets punished by the Molotov, but oddly enough, even though the flames were right in front of him, somehow didn't do as much damage. In fact, I don't think they even did any damage on him. Molotov was working a very interesting way in Counter-Strike. Oh, Leo is able to get the kill onto Dima. And right now, it appears that Team Spirit in a pretty difficult position right now. They end up losing their own player relatively fast, but Cold D is actually going to make this push, and he actually even succeeds. And some great stuff there for Coldy. He's able to reply with a kill of his own. It's still a somewhat good scenario here for Team Spirit, but I don't think they'll slow down. Once they get the initial kill, they just want to try to make this push happen, but it's of course the Molotov that makes things very difficult for them to enter. They should realize there's still one more player on the bomb site itself. That is of course the likes of Speedak, and he still somehow gets a kill. Finally goes down, and now the bomb plant will be inevitable. As the guys here from Team Spirit are able to plant it. Leo he's hoping to see the player in his crosshairs, but that won't really be the case. The smoke grenade blocks off his vision. It's just that Daft Coast still got a Molotov, and oh, okay, that's a very good Molotov. Making sure the player isn't stationed there. The Molotov there's also in the hands of Kratz, so DreamEaters, they still gonna try to make this one work, but they have to hurry up here because the timer is ticking ever so lower. I think there's right about now, there's maybe 20 seconds to get the defuse right now. There's actually very little time. Coldy shooting his own buddy there, and yet somehow Coldy, is there enough time? That's the question. Is there enough time for Kratz to defuse the bomb? I don't think so. Oh man, this is close. Oh, it is way too close. And DreamEaters can't do it. It will be the round here for Team Spirit, but I mean, that was a bit too close. Could have been anyone's round at that point. Think about it. A couple of seconds here or there, or to be exact, a couple of seconds for DreamEaters, and I'm almost certain to get the defuse in. But looks like it just wasn't meant to be. Well, this is interesting. Both teams have got pretty shoddy buys, I guess we could call it. You have ops on both sides. You have ops for 2 players here for DreamEaters, but in terms of utility or weaponry for the other guys, it's non-existent. Like, let's be real, it's pretty much not there. So, I am intrigued to know how this one's going to turn out, because Team Spirit, for them, they themselves got some SMGs in their pockets. So it's not the best weapon, I'd say, in this scenario, but they have to give it their best shot. They're very close to actually winning the second map, and most importantly, by winning the second map, they would also win the entirety of the best of 3 series. Leo? Oh, it is a bit of a small gap, so they would decide to try to go for a boost. Leo would have been able to spot them out, but right now that flash, of course, forces him out of position. He has to back away, try to take a more safer angle. Maybe find some more success a bit later on, but no, Leo is just going to continue on pushing forward. There's no way in the world Dima would have anticipated that. And on the back of it, he does succeed with that kill. So DreamEaters, they do get the initial kill here, but some Molotovs here from Team Spirit. As he want to try to make this push happen. Speedak in a very interesting position right behind the hay bale. He can't get the kill done. And I mean, I'm not sure that was the correct play to put yourself in such a visible angle. There's still one more player in the pit here. Forrester hasn't revealed his position, though he is hearing a lot of footsteps here. Can he actually find some kills here? He does find one. The second one. Now it's down to the 1-on-1 against Coldy. Coldy has to try to make this one work right behind the default box. That's where Forrester is stationed at, and Coldy gets it. That was that was a very interesting end there for the matchup. And well, guys, that is it for our best of 3 series. Well, it was some fine-looking gentlemen, but don't really need to see them. That's about it here for our best of 3 series. Hope you guys enjoyed. And of course, our second matchup will be, not too long ago, about 30 or so minutes. So of course, guys, stay tuned here at the Star Ladder channel.